Up my Dragon Age the Veilguard, a live stream. We got it's early. I'm early. I'm early. Full morning. Alright. That's what we got, guys. I'm gonna do this before I have to go to work today. Alright. I'm feeling better now.
Hey, remember the dragon you were talking about with the lords?
Which one? There were a few in the conversation.
The fire brigade that was killing people. Veil Jumper sent word. She's in Arlington Forest. Destroyed a village and turned it into a nuclear. I've got the location for the Veil Jumpers. We can go whenever you want.
You know?
Do you remember, Rook, when I mentioned another ceremony I must perform at the Memorial Gardens? The time has come. I was hoping you'd accompany me again.
More grave lighting?
No, this would be a more personal visit, whenever you've time.
I've got a meeting with the Threads.
The threads? What for?
I need leads on Aelia. I'm hoping they have something. Damas asked if my friend was coming. Not sure he meant it nicely. Well, he did worse than just try to kill me.
Really?
The guy stiffed me on the job. Those were good potions I used. Expensive, too.
Right, that makes sense.
Hey, Balara, seems like you're doing well with, Sorry, I'm intruding.
No, you're not intruding.
You can take my seat, Rook. I was just leaving. Belle, swing by when you get a chance. I found another set of papers for you.
Thanks, Nev. That's nice. Sorry, Rook. Not great company right now.
You're not possessed by a demon like Lucanus, or shaking the ground like Harding. Okay, that got away from me.
That's always get away from me. Everything comes out jumbled. I think too fast.
Fortunately, too much thinking is not my problem.
I don't know. You seem to think just fine.
Now for the part I'm not great at. Here I go. What's wrong, Balara?
Nothing, Rook. Don't worry about it.
I asked, didn't I?
It's Syrian. You saw who he is, what he's become.
Yeah.
He's a monster, Rook.
But despite that, he's still your brother.
I would have done anything to get him back. Even join someone like that, like Anaris.
But you didn't. You turned them down.
I did, but Rook, it was hard. I wanted my brother back. I mean, before all of this, Syrian and I were the same. Inquisitive, driven, pushing ourselves. The search for the Nadister Thalin, the archive, that was both of us, working together. I want to say I'll keep saying no, keep turning him down, but he's my brother. What keeps me from doing what he did?
You're not Syrian, Bellara. You're you.
And what if that's not good enough?
Then keep your evil to off hours. Replace Lucanus's coffee beans with hot peppers. Buy Nev a bag of wisp food. Hide Tarsh's snacks.
You're not very good at being evil.
I'll work on it. I'm kind of making this up as I go.
Our team motto, pretty much.
Let's paint that on the side of the lighthouse.
I'm sure Solus would love that.
You good?
I'm good. Thanks, Rook. I'll see you later.
Rook, something's come up. Evka dug around and found us someone who knows more about the Gloomhowler.
Anything useful?
Our new friend wants to talk in person. Figured you'd want to come along for this one.
Weishaupt gone.
They say the whole fort... Get all your god-killing implements right here. Come back anytime.
All right. The dragon's a fang scorcher that attacked villages. We're close to her lair.
This shouldn't be too bad, right? We fought 2 dragons at once in Hossberg.
The dragons we fought in Hossberg were being ordered around by the gods. They were attack dogs. This is a wolf, a big wolf, fighting in her own territory. Be ready. This is your first real dragon fight.
Oh, I'm ready. How do we start?
First rule, shut up so the dragon doesn't hear us.
Got it.
Stay in the trees as long as you can. It's gonna get hot when she sees us. Hey, Lace. You ready for the Fang Scorcher?
I'm just gonna do my best not to get eaten.
Just give her a mouthful of rocks if she tries. That'll show her.
Sounds like a plan.
Hang on. Something's off with that crap up ahead. Let's go up through there on the left instead.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The way that debris is placed doesn't look natural. Or like something a dragon would do.
We'll trust your word, Tosh. You know dragons best.
Will it do the thing where it flaps its wings and makes a whirlwind?
Maybe.
What about shooting its tail spikes like arrows?
Dragons don't do that. Everyone heard that. Hunting call. It spooks prey, so they bolt out into the open.
I felt it all the way down to my toes.
Yeah, it tingles. Wait. On top.
Why are there on Tom in Arlothan Forest?
No idea. But they were setting an ambush.
Bet they didn't expect you to sniff them out. Literally.
Come on. You can circle around. Hit them where they're not expecting us.
Everyone all right?
What did the on top mean? They knew I'd come for the Fang Scorcher? I only came because she had... Attack villages.
Maybe they baited it into attacking the villages somehow. To lure you out here.
For some... One called the Dragon King.
Stupid name. Let's look around. I need to know what's going on. Bastards! They're the ones who've been capturing dragons and blighting them, turning them over to Gillinane in exchange for power. Hisra Marluk Voshvatari Brock! We knew the Antam were involved. Now we know it's the Dragon King. That's who we find and kill. We can get to the Fang Scorcher's lair out through there. Whenever you're ready. Alright, she knows we're here. That means quick beats quiet. Stay clear of the fire. It's like oil. It's on you and keeps burning.
More on top!
Shokratoebra! Today, you're dragon slayers! Now let's see what she had in her lair. Probably that big building over there. Ready to get out of here. Just tell me when you're ready.
Let's head out now. Trophy from the Fang Scorcher?
She was a good fight. You gonna be a big dumb puppy every time we hunt a dragon?
I'd love to tell you no, but realistically... At least I'm being honest. When you were standing over the dragon, you said something. Shokratoebra. It's the same thing your mother told you. You struggle the way you are?
You must struggle with what you are. It's what she told me when I was a kid. Still does, so I don't let the dragon out.
Meaning your fire breath?
It's not just about the fire. It's about how stuff makes me feel. What I do when I'm angry.
So you've got a bit of a temper. You haven't set Emmerich on fire yet, that I know of.
It's not just a temper. I can get this rage where I just have to break something, and I can get stuck in arguments, needing things to be a certain way. The Antam would have turned me into a berserker, breathing fire across the battlefield, killing anything in my way. I don't want to be that.
So don't be.
Just like that?
Yeah, just like that. You are Canary. You have the discipline to use those feelings when they help you and control them when they don't. I mean, we just killed a dragon thanks to you. How hard can anything else be after that?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Think I'm ready to talk to my mother about who I really am.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just killed a dragon. How hard can talking to my mother be after that? Might invite her to the lighthouse. Maybe that way she doesn't spend the whole time talking about that old tablet.
I'm still a little concerned about whoever sent the Antam. They mentioned the Dragon King?
Yeah. The asshole who's capturing dragons and blighting them for Gillinane. I'll ask Isabella to look for him. Still a stupid name. Dragon King. Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens.
The trap had failed. The Fang Scorcher was dead. But the Dragon King was a patient hunter. was a little help from a trader in the Lords of Fortune to set a new trap. And the bait was sure to bring Tosh running.
We have found new hauntings. This haunting, to our chagrin, was once one of our own Fade explorers.
He delved where he should not.
There's that haunting man I mentioned.
Oh dear, it's poor Reldevar.
It's gone. The hair is still standing up on my neck.
That was Ernest Reldevar, a scholar who attempted to delve into the deepest regions of the Fade. What's left of the unfortunate man tends to wander.
A possessed...
I took care of that Fade Explorer.
We are greatly indebted.
He can now rest for a time.
Our collegial allies in the Fade have informed us of several undead banding together.
They have begun to seek blood.
I've heard another landscape has been added to your collection.
It grows.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmerich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
Ah, there's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Doesn't ring a bell?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
Not everyone gets to meet their idols.
Oh, but I was nervous. The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, they granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
That's great for a necromancer, right?
It is a singular opportunity.
Good?
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, We have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Emmerich, aren't most undead just random spirits inside corpses?
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets. Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Smells like perfume. Do liches have a sense of smell?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade. The liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back. There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Does the spell to become a lich kill you, or do you have to?
No, mercifully, that falls to another watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
So, what's holding you back from lichdom?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
Emmerich, you've spent your life preparing for this, and it could still fail.
You say nothing that hasn't hounded me. Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos? She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers. Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So, what's a half-lich exactly?
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed. Stuck in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
No, she's always been that way.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the Necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it? For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them.
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care, or simple attempt to understand. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear, And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Of course.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough? We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you. Here we are.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleanor of Volcarin. They walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim, early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
Your lichdom.
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
Evka, Antoine, you needed help with something? Is this about your studies?
Look at the blight here. The world dies like this if we do nothing. We need a deeper understanding of how it behaves. I have theories, but...
Something's wrong.
We've been keeping Darkspawn away from Lavendel, but those have been packs. What's heading for us now is a small horde. We push it back.
or the locals wind up dead.
Not while we're around. If Lavendale needs an extra warden, they've got me too.
Of course they do.
No surprise there.
Where do things stand now?
Every warden will put themselves between Lavendale and the Blight. But we'll be spread thin around the village. There's only so many of us. We need to make that work.
Your plan to get us through is a good one.
I gave advice and people listened.
You credit yourself too little.
He's right. You're a good warden. If you have a plan, it's worth following.
Fine. Follow me and hope we don't die.
I'd follow you anywhere.
So what now? What can I do?
There are sentries equipped with horns stationed around the village. Those horns are sounded when an attack begins, and again if backup's needed. That lets us focus our numbers. I need you to check with the sentries. Make sure they're ready.
I'm on it. We can do this.
All right. Take that can-do spirit to the rest.
Check back with us when you're done with the sentries.
We can hold off the smaller packs for a while, but there's no going back once the horde hits.
Come on. Let's check on the warden sentries.
Evka and Antoine need us in here. Got it?
Got it.
Got something in mind? You're all set?
Well, look who it is. Name's Warden Augustin.
Evka sent me. How are things here?
The Darkspawn aren't on us, but they will be. I can feel it. And you go where the fight is, don't you? Tell Evka I'm ready. We'll hold Lavendale.
Hey, Evka sent me. How are things here?
Evka's plan is sound. We'll stand together and see it through. We won't fail.
Tell Evka we're ready.
Hey, Evka wanted me to check in. Are you ready?
I am. The Darkspawn won't win this one.
Not on our watch.
We took those dragons, we'll take this too.
We should get back to Evka. Evka, the sentries are ready.
Good. Are you?
That's a horn. The Darkspawn are here.
It's coming from the glade.
We can't let them break through to the village.
Lavendale's the only place left with life in it.
We make sure it stays alive.
We're not off the hook yet.
They're hitting us from afar. Ranged incoming! We're not done yet.
But there's more fight left out there.
All right, be ready for the next call. We can check on the caves, see how the fight is there. We'll head to the farmlands.
We've got things covered here. Grab supplies if you need them.
Thanks.
Barrier.
Another alarm. We have to get to the gate.
We've got backup. Let's push them back.
This is it, Darkspawn. You fall to a warden today.
Get out of there!
More on the way.
Good. I'm all warmed up.
Thanks for having my back.
You took more than your share.
Antoine?
What's that?
Something evil. A strange calling in the blight.
Something to look into.
Yes. But that's what we do. And today, we won the day.
He's right. Take that with you. When the next thing comes, we'll handle that too.
It's in here, too.
You're sure?
It's faint, but yes.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, but first you deserve some thanks. Lavendale is safe.
They still need our protection, of course. But we won this fight together.
Thanks to Evka's plan.
If we're giving Evka credit, then I won't argue.
Fine. Credit taken. Now, as much as I hate changing the subject...
Right. After the battle, the Blight sounded strange, but you felt something more, didn't you?
The Blight song wasn't just strange. At first I heard the gods, but now... there's something else. And it's here, in the wetlands. It pulses. Weird. Pulling somewhere dark. It sounds... I don't know. Pleased?
What does that mean?
We don't know yet.
Likely nothing good.
Maybe you should stop listening.
What? Oh, don't worry. I'm fine. We need more time to study what the new song means, and where it leads.
And you can't listen to it all the time. We don't know what it is.
Evka, But yes, we have many different tests to run. Remember to visit Rook. We'll have results eventually.
Until then, stay safe. Antoine, what's on your mind?
It's like there's a pattern in the Blight, and no pattern at all. But always something. Pulling.
Thanks for tagging along, Rook. Those feelers I put out about the Gloomhowler turned up something. Evka, I got your message.
I figured you'd want to hear this. These are Wardens Davrin and Rook. You can trust them.
What's your name?
You're in a town full of Grey Wardens. It's probably the safest place in the world right now.
How can we help?
My name's Valya. When I heard about Wise Helped, what happened... I once trained to be a Grey Warden, but I left before the joining.
It's not for everyone.
It wasn't that. It's... I'm the one who found the Griffin eggs, before they hatched.
I've got about 1,000,000 questions. But why come to us now?
I knew some of the Wardens who were caring for the Griffins, Remy and Lancet. I think I know what killed them.
The Gloomhowler. It's a Grey Warden, isn't it? An elf?
But that's all we know.
Yes. Her name was Isaiah. I found her diary. She was a mage. She blighted all the Griffins during the Fourth Blight.
What?
Upon direct orders from the First Warden at the time. She had no choice. This was centuries ago.
Can understand why this Isaiah is so pissed.
She felt betrayed by the wardens, forcing her to do it. As penance, she hid the remaining eggs with a protective spell. I followed the clues and found them.
That was 400 years ago. She shouldn't even be alive.
Her last entry said she left for her calling.
Then she's probably in the deep roads. Blighted. Twisted.
Hassan? I was there the day you hatched. You've grown.
Careful. He's a shameless flirt.
That's because he's such a pretty boy, isn't he? I remember feeding him gingerwort truffles as a baby.
So you're the reason Davron's been hunting mushrooms instead of monsters?
Anything for the prince.
I don't see a crown on your head yet, boy.
There should be. Griffins give the wardens hope. Something to rally around after Weishaupt. Please find his brothers and sisters, whatever it takes. We owe them so much.
Count on it.
Stay safe, Hassan.
This is good information, but it still doesn't tell us where the Gloomhowler is.
No, but the other wardens will keep looking. The Gloomhowler, Isaiah, can't hide forever.
I can't keep listening to something. It's a blight.
Rook, I'm Sawyer. Watch your back out there.
What's going on?
Mercenaries. They're taking advantage of the blight and looting what was left behind. They attack wardens on sight even as we're fighting all this. A scout saw torches headed towards the redoubt. If they manage to break into the cauldron, there's dangerous relics out there and blighted weapons, and those mercenaries would sell to the highest bidder.
Can't let that happen. If I can stop them, I will.
We'd be in your debt, more than we already are.
Have you seen Ivan?
What about the wardens?
Blight's distracting them.
Mercenaries.
You've got the last warden who found us. We've got you too.
You'll pay for it. Wiping us out. More of that.
Warden Sawyer was right. They're after whatever they can steal, and they're willing to kill for it.
Profiting off the blight? Ugh.
We can't let this stand.
We're losing hard.
This makes my skin crawl. This loot's ours!
They're hitting us from afar!
This isn't the last of them.
Trouble nearby.
Take whatever you find. Already on it. No witnesses. Take whatever's on them. More profit works for me.
That's it for the mercenaries.
Good. The Wardens have enough on their minds as it is.
We should tell Warden Sawyer. Killed. These aren't Darkspawn wounds. Enough of us fell. He survived Weishaupt to be murdered here. Sawyer, the mercenaries you mentioned, we stopped them.
Thank the Maker. Anything they took from the locals, we'll see returned. As for what belongs to the Wardens, some of that may be better destroyed. We'll see to that, too.
Follow me and don't recall the bones beneath the creek.
Bastard.
Another message asking for help dealing with Venatori. Let's get to it. Break those crystals. We need to get through that barrier.
Don't toy with me. You've got a list of people with coin. I know I'm good for it, coin.
For the threads.
I'm running a private game on threads. I think of the cut we get, but the threads don't take their turn.
Let's hurry. I don't like the tone of that note. Huh. Some kind of fabulous treasure buried in the city. They didn't deserve this. No one does. Oscar's disappearing from Docktown. Why? Something to look into.
Come to buy? I'm sure we can strike a deal. You're an interesting customer.
Venatori, stop them! The note mentioned a bridge near here. No harm looking. Someone over there. Looks like she needs help.
A win for us. Right. Trouble nearby.
This cannot be.
Destroy them, faithful! Time to clean up. Is that the last of them?
This message. You're connected to the other candle hop we met. Let's finish the job. Are you all right?
I'll be fine, I think. But the Viper isn't. The Venatori have him. They're going to kill him. Publicly. Said it would break the Shadow Dragons. And Dogtown.
Where?
The Temple of Andraste. They said it would suit him. Please hurry.
So hold on. The Blight was dissevered.
Dreams.
Right, dreams of the Titans. And they were driven mad by imprisonment?
Yep.
How do you wrap your head around that?
The same way you wrap your head around the elven gods talking to mortals as the Tevinter old gods, who were really their dragon thralls. Reality is wild. Just go with it.
Whispers. Offers. Someone made a deal with the demon.
Too many Venatori around these days. I'm worried about what's coming. I wish I could do something.
You think what... She was researching.
It's the reason she did.
Can't believe the state of the city.
Mages in dark robes were looking for labourers to move crates.
Still damaged after those shots from the palace.
I guess we get these.
Let's go. Let's get Viper out of there before more Venatori show up.
Holding off death for yet another day, it seems. I didn't expect help, with the Shadow Dragons laying low. I'm in your debt, Rook.
The Venatori plan to make a spectacle of you. I won't give them the satisfaction.
A small victory among our larger war.
So, what now? What happens to the Shadow Dragons?
I'll get word out. We'll find each other. We once started from nothing but a dream. We can do so again.
Or maybe you should rest. Haven't you done enough? The Blight?
The Blight will take me down no matter what. I'd rather take action before it does. I have to believe Minrathous can survive this, and emerge stronger, better, even if I'm not here to see it.
What else do you put gravy on?
Robes. That probably means mages. No.
What do you want? Go away. Stop moving.
You just have to do the job. Move the crates. Get paid.
What are you doing?
Still got a bad feeling, Harding?
I try to ignore it, but...
Hey, Rana. What's going on?
This entrance was magically sealed. Now it's not. A prank? Or someone trying to hide something?
Back to what we were saying. Still got a bad feeling, Harding?
I try to ignore it, but... something's out there. In the stone.
I can relate. I wouldn't sense when Darkspawn are around. My skin crawls.
What do you do?
The only thing I can. Go hunt Darkspawn.
Well, I think I'm ready for my own hunt.
A ruined tower by the water.
I know a guy. Citizen.
I finished out the list.
Close call. Minrathis recovers after the dragon attack.
You set for work tomorrow?
It should be enough. I made it here. I got this job.
A key? Well, this is promising.
An ancient door? I think I might have seen one while scouting the city.
Watch for danger ahead. Don't want to end up like that poor soul. Goes off about this treasure hunt.
Keep that up, Good job.
They really didn't want us getting through that door.
Whoa, that smell. Worse than Griffin leaving things on a hot day.
What a miserable way to go. The desperate being lured down here by the promise of riches, only to find death. Treasure hunt. Someone took the game and twisted it. They didn't sell it as an adventure. They sold it as a way out. There's a demon feeding off the desperate in Minrathous, manipulating them. And those who don't listen, die. Evidence points to the catacombs. The rest is on us.
How many of these dead Titans underground are we talking?
Many.
That's how Wardens get it done.
Right. Where were we again? How many of these dead Titans underground are we talking?
Many.
Nothing in our way now.
Perfect condition.
You've been manipulating people in Dogtown.
I am an answer that they come seeking. I give them something to do when their world is cruel. People will do such fun things when they're desperate.
With all that's happened, I can see how a demon of desperation woke up here. It could feed on the city and make things worse.
We can't undo what it did, but won't do it anymore.
father gives me an allowance.
Those missing buskers performed here. Let's see what we can find. Wine. A lot of it.
I've run into drunken Venatori that smelled like this wine. You think they had a party?
They were here for a while, drinking. Waiting for... what? Let's check outside. See where they went. Wine. Probably a cheap vintage. Not the same as the wine inside. I think the buskers drank out here. No busker would leave their instrument behind. The strings are broken. Somebody knocked this instrument around. All right. The Venatori are drinking inside. They have a signal for when the buskers finish. The buskers go outside for a drink. They're distracted. Then the Venatori ambush them and haul them away. So we don't know why yet, but we know where the buskers were taken. The lookout.
Why don't you care?
Let's find those buskers. Stay ready, though. Venatori are playing. Still warm. Whoever was on watch just left. Dead. Is Venatori not one of the buskers?
Stabbed in the back.
Empty. Where are they? Restaurant pamphlet. The garden. Mentions performers.
So who left it, and why?
We could approach the garden from the rooftops. That'll give us some cover. We still need to save the buskers. But if this is a trap, let's be smart about it.
Get ready.
Venatori, not far from the garden. That's not a coincidence. Let's go in and see if there's any sign of what happened to the buskers. Someone wasn't spending much on their wine. Up there.
Got it.
Everything built up around the docks here.
Got company.
We blew them.
What can I get you?
Have you seen any buskers from Docktown today?
Huh. I heard those songbirds had gone missing.
The Venatori had plans. I set them straight.
It's true what they say then about Grey Wardens. All right. They're below. Just make it quick before someone sees you.
Hello? Who goes there?
Are you the bus?
So, are you a fellow felon?
Call me Rook. I've been looking for missing buskers.
Lex Aulos, street balladeer, and sworn enemy of the Venatori, apparently.
How did you piss them off?
Well, see, I'd composed a catchy but searing satirical ballad with rhymes for vainglory and excretory. And then Tot said ballad to every performer in town.
That would do it.
Well, thanks to you and the owner's entirely legitimate seaway access, we live to compose another day. Perhaps it's time we take our act on the road. This city's a lot grimmer lately. Adieu, Rook. We'll sing your praises.
honest hell dance act astounds all.
Anything I can chase down?
There's dangerous fanatics, then there's Alia. She's loose in Docktown, and we're in the dark.
What's the plan?
The Threads and Alia's Venatori are at war. That might slow Alia down, but until I know her plans, I need to hear whatever information the Threads pick up.
What about Rana? Can she help?
I told Rana that Alia's back. She needs the warning. As for help, Rana wants to be an example. Not sure where that goes anymore.
You're worried about her.
I'm worried about everyone. I'm tired enough to admit it.
Rook. Too good for thread gratitude, yet here we are.
Come on, Thomas. Alia's a pain for both of us. You know I play nice.
We know people in this town. Neighbors. When they don't turn up on the rounds, we notice. Alia used the Threads for dirty work. Stolen relics, muscle, spies. These people, they disappear.
And you don't know where to.
Alia's good at covering her tracks. That's why you're here. I've got names of missing people, including those hardly anyone noticed yet. All yours, no catch.
We can't let Alia do this. If what she did to the Threads was an opening act...
We won't like the show.
This is war. We find Alia, we kill her. Give the cult something to think about. You find her, you do the same. Docktown's ours.
To Docktown. From the people who breathe it, bleed for it, no one's got its back like we do.
To a better Docktown. Doing the best we can till then.
You go far.
To home.